Welcome to Throwback Thursday, a trip down memory lane showcasing the golden era of RC cars.
Hey YouTubers, Big Philly with Poor Boys RC. Thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Throwback Thursday. On today's Throwback Thursday, we're going to be checking out the Tamiya NovaFox. And while you're all looking and saying, hey, that is not vintage, it's a NovaFox, it's not a real Fox, you're absolutely right. However, the changes between the Fox and the NovaFox are quite minimal. This is a NovaFox, which is a re-release kit. The original Fox, the Tamiya Fox, was released in 1985. But the NovaFox is basically a Fox. It's the gist of the Fox. I don't have a Fox, I have a NovaFox. Let's check out the NovaFox. So again, guys, the Tamiya NovaFox was released in October 1985. Tamiya got this guy out. And what is really special about the NovaFox, or the Fox, is that it has a chassis that it does not share with any other vehicles. Tamiya was always known, and is always known, for sharing a chassis for multiple vehicles, i.e. Clodbuster and Bullhead, Midnight Pumpkin and Lunchbox, sharing the same chassis. The NovaFox that's it. It's the only car that uses this chassis. So that makes it a little bit special. It's a bit hot shot inspired in the sense that it has a front mono shock, which is super rad. And it's got two vertical springs on the rear. So a bit of a different design. It's a two-wheel drive buggy, okay? Just two-wheel drive in the rear with a rear motor and rear gearbox. Front wheels are just free spinning. So let's start by checking out these wheels, because look at them, they're awesome. Wicked gold wheels, very 1980s. We've got a rib tire in the front and a very hotshot inspired tire in the rear. The suspension is four-wheel independent suspension. Even though we've just got the one monoshock up front here, we're still rocking an independent suspension setup. The shock, I've got it set pretty stiff. I actually need to soften that up a little bit. On the rear, we've also got independent suspension, but now we're looking at two shocks mounted vertically. The body of the NovaFox hasn't changed much at all, so we'll get this guy up and out of the way. I did go with the box art color on that. And as we get into the chassis and kind of get a closer look at it, we see that you don't really see much. There's a really cool driver figure here. And the chassis itself is covered up with the top cover plate here that's bolted down. So that is instrumental in helping protect your electronics. Steering servos in here. I've got an electronic speed controller, which a kit did come with, and the receiver as well is in there. Kit also came with this motor. The pretty standard for most Tamiyas to have a 540 silver can. In this case, it is the Mabuchi, not the Johnson motor that is in there. So it goes pretty good with that motor. I think it could use a little more pep. I do have a running video that I made of the NovaFox. I will throw it down in the description below if you guys want to check that out. Now, what kind of battery can you fit in your NovaFox? So the battery compartment is held down below here, a lot like a Hotshot would be. Again, this kit is very sort of Hotshot inspired. And it even has this fold-out tray like the Hotshot does, which is pretty neat. Now, if you were to take a if you were to take a 2S LiPo like this with a hard case, it's a bit of a tight fit. You can get it in there. It's a bit of a tight fit though. I like running this battery. It's a Gens Ace. Again, this time it's a 4,000 milliamp, and it's got more of that classic Tamiya shape to it. Not Tamiya shape, but classic stick pack shape from the 80s and 90s. And these guys will drop right in there beautifully. And I can put my body clips back in. So it will accommodate a 2S LiPo, but it just has to be the right size. So be cautious of that if you buy this kit. You may have to also get some batteries that are going to fit. Thanks so much for tuning in to today's episode of Throwback Thursday. Hope you guys enjoyed checking out the Tamiya NovaFox with me. It's a beautiful buggy. I do have a running video of it. I'll throw it down in the description below so you guys can check that out. And please be sure to give it a click, a like, a share, subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. And as always, be excellent to each other. Bye for now.